Hello friends, and thanks for joining me today. I wanted to talk about something. I'm working on a little prop here. I'm not going to really show you the whole thing just yet, but I recently discovered a new type of adhesive. And I've used adhesives all my life. Since I've been a kid, I've always made things. Props, costumes, whatever. And there are three types of adhesives that I really like. When it comes to plastic, the best type is a Weld Bond, and a Weld Bond is where if you have, I'll just use these paintballs for example. If you have one contact point and you rub that in a glue, and you take the other one and you rub that in a glue, and you hit it with a kicker, when they touch each other, they cause a chemical reaction that melts the surface area probably like 1/20 of an inch, 1/10 of an inch, and it actually bonds the two together like a weld. That's why it's called Weld Bond. Now, a certain type of Weld Bond that more people might be familiar with is plumber's glue, that sort of stuff. Actually can't think of any of the name brands right now, but anyways, there's also another type of glue I really love, and that's super glue. And I recently discovered this type of super glue, which is a gel version, super glue gel by Gorilla Glue. Dude, this stuff is awesome. It doesn't dry that quick, even though it is super glue. I mean, it activates pretty fast. It'll definitely, if you're holding something down after you glue it and you got a little bit on your finger, it's 100% after about 30 seconds going to set up and you're going to have glue all over your fingers. But this is awesome glue. I recommend this. This is kind of cool. It tells you, it has some kind of like ball in the nose of it here, and so it's somewhere in there and it drops down, and so when you are using it, it tells you to shake vigorously, and then after that you take it and you punch the nose on the table and it breaks that ball loose, and then the adhesive comes out around it, and so it doesn't actually ever set up in the nose. And anybody that's ever used super glue knows that after a while the cap clogs up and your super glue is pointless. And man, it doesn't take anything, like any amount of super glue, to adhere something, and it's a super strong bond. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but super glues always work the best, especially when you have two slightly porous surfaces. Now, my new favorite glue is this Weldwood, and what this is a contact cement. And I've recently found out that it will bond metal to metal, metal to plastic, plastic to plastic, wood to plastic, fabric to plastic, foam to foam, foam to wood, wood to metal, plastic to plastic. It'll do anything. This shit's cool. But you have to have something to put it on with, an applicator, and I use these little foam brushes because they cost nothing. You can get like a pack of them for like $5 or something like that, like a big pack too. I got a big pack. Yeah, and you dab it in there and you cover one surface, right, like this, and then you take your other material, it could be anything, and you cover that surface, and then you let it sit for like 15, 20, 30 seconds. I like to at least let it sit almost close to a minute or two. And it gets really tacky. And so after a while, once that sets and you touch these two together, they stick instantly and they stay there like concrete. It's crazy. When I was gluing this foam onto this plastic for this prop I'm making right here, I'm not going to show you the whole thing, it's a secret. But at any rate, I was gluing this on and I covered both sides, right? and I let it sit for almost a solid minute, and then I gently press the foam on there, and it's a little forgiving, so you can kind of mess it up, which is nice because I mess up shit all the time. And I put it on, and I slowly started pushing it, and as I was pushing it, you could just feel it adhere and stick, and it was incredible. And it's great. Like, it really feels really good. It feels like this was like integrated by a machine shop or some kind of fabrication shop, and that is cool. I mean, I've never used this stuff before. I've heard that it's used by cobblers to glue shoe soles together. Sally sells seashells, right? But yeah, if you're gonna look for a new adhesive, I recommend a contact cement. And this Weldwood is the first one I've tried, and it's really good. I like it. This isn't a sponsored video by no means, but I just want to point out that I recently figured out what contact cement is, and I love it. It's cool. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll try to throw these in, the things I like to use when I'm building things, whenever I can. And yeah, hope you have a great day, and we'll see y'all on the other end of the trail.